Imagine you waking up tomorrow and every word on earth disappears. No language, no speaking, no writing. Your family is still there. Your friends still exist. But suddenly, you have no way to tell them what you're thinking. For your ancestors, this wasn't a nightmare. It was reality. And somehow, they survived it for hundreds of thousands of years. Not only survived, they crossed continents, hunted dangerous animals, protected children, built tribes. Eventually, they became the most successful species the planet had ever seen. Which raises a disturbing question. If humans conquered the world without language, then what was actually holding them together?
Most people imagine language as the foundation of civilization, the thing that separated humans from everything else. But the real answer may be far stranger, because before humans learned how to speak, they may have learned something even more important: how to understand each other. Picture a small group of ancient humans standing silently at the edge of a forest nearly 200,000 years ago. The air is cold. A herd moves through the trees. One hunter freezes. His eyes widen. Without a single word, the others immediately understand. The group changes direction. Moments later, a predator emerges from the darkness exactly where they were about to walk. Nobody spoke, yet everybody knew. And this is where the mystery begins. Because surviving without language isn't the hard part. Many animals do that.
The real mystery is cooperation. How do dozens of humans work together without words? How do they build trust? How do they share knowledge? How do they teach children? How do they create a society? For years, scientists assumed language came first, then civilization followed. But evidence slowly started suggesting something unsettling. The order may have been reversed. In 1995, anthropologist Robin Dunbar proposed a theory that challenged conventional thinking. He argued that before language became sophisticated, humans were already intensely social creatures. They already lived in groups, already formed friendships, already created emotional bonds. Language wasn't the thing that created human connection. It evolved because human connection already existed. Dunbar noticed something interesting while studying primates. Monkeys and apes spend enormous amounts of time grooming one another. Not because they enjoy cleaning fur, because grooming creates trust. It strengthens social bonds. It tells another individual, I am part of your group. But as human groups became larger, grooming everyone became impossible. There simply weren't enough hours in the day. So according to Dunbar, humans needed a new way to maintain social connections.
Something faster, something more efficient, something that could bond multiple people at the same time. That solution may have become language. In other words, language may not have evolved to help humans hunt, or build tools, or explain the world. It may have evolved to help humans stay emotionally connected. And if that's true, then friendship may have shaped human evolution as much as intelligence itself. And suddenly, the story changes. Because now the question isn't how humans survived without language. The question becomes, what was powerful enough to hold entire groups together before words existed? The answer may be older than language itself: emotion. Long before humans explained fear, they felt it. Long before they described love, they experienced it. Long before they named trust, they depended on it. Your ancestors were reading faces, body language, eye movements, gestures, and emotional signals long before they could form complex sentences. In some ways, they were communicating with the oldest language on Earth: human emotion. But there is another clue hidden in an experiment that took place thousands of years later.
In 1967, researchers Alan and Beatrice Gardner began teaching sign language to a chimpanzee named Washoe. At first, many scientists were skeptical. Language was supposed to be uniquely human, the line separating us from every other animal. But over time, something unexpected happened. Washoe learned dozens of signs. She used them to communicate desires, emotions, and observations about the world around her. In some cases, she even combined signs together to create new meanings. The experiment sparked decades of debate, not because Washoe could speak like a human, she couldn't, but because she demonstrated something deeper, the ability to share meaning, the ability to understand intention, the ability to communicate without spoken words. And that realization was unsettling, because it suggested that communication begins long before language appears. Words may simply be the final layer added on top of a much older system, a system built from gestures, expressions, attention, emotion. And if a chimpanzee could communicate intentions without spoken language, then early humans may have been capable of far more than we imagine. Perhaps language wasn't the invention of communication. Perhaps it was simply the evolution of something that already existed. But that wasn't the strangest part, because modern neuroscience suggests your brain still works this way, every day, without realizing it.
Before a person speaks, your brain is already analyzing them. A smile, a glance, a posture, a subtle movement. Within milliseconds, you form impressions: safe, dangerous, friendly, threatening. The decision happens before words arrive. Language feels important because it is conscious, but much of human understanding happens beneath awareness. And this is where things become disturbing, because the deeper scientists looked into communication, the more they discovered that words may not be the foundation of human connection at all. They may simply sit on top of something much older, something your ancestors relied on completely, and perhaps something modern humans are slowly losing. Think about it. You can spend hours talking with someone and feel no connection, or sit silently beside another person and feel understood. No explanation, no vocabulary, no speech, just presence. And suddenly this stops being a story about ancient humans. It becomes a story about you. Because beneath your education, beliefs, opinions, and identity, there's a part of your mind that existed long before language.
The same part that notices fear in someone's eyes, the same part that senses tension in a room, the same part that understands a hug, a smile, or a look of grief without needing translation. You inherited that system from ancestors who survived in silence. Ancient humans were not trapped without language. In many ways, they were immersed in a form of communication so immediate that words were unnecessary. Reality wasn't filtered through descriptions, it was experienced directly. And maybe that's what makes this topic feel strangely uncomfortable, because modern humans live inside language. We narrate everything, we explain everything, we label everything. But your ancestors spent most of their existence doing none of that. They lived in a world of expressions instead of explanations, presence instead of narration, experience instead of description. And perhaps that ancient way of being never disappeared. Maybe it still exists beneath the constant voice inside your head, waiting quietly.
Because the truth is, language changed humanity forever. It gave us history, science, religion, philosophy. It allowed humans to build civilizations, but it did not create the human mind. It merely gave a voice to something that was already there, something older, something deeper, something that survived hundreds of thousands of years without a single word. And perhaps the strangest realization of all is this: the oldest part of you does not speak. It never did, yet somehow it understands everything.